I think. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the news and updates. Karen, you're up first.
Oh, Karen. Yes, I am.
We're not muted.
Okay, hang on, everybody. Okay, here we go.
Going on.
So thank you
is.
and welcome everyone to the news and update show. Am I muted?
No, you are fine.
Okay. All right.
That was the mute for everybody.
Muted. Okay.
Yeah.
We are in our 4th year bringing you the news you need to know about AltSpace VR and our community. The news and updates is produced by our super shocker rocker producer, Mark. Yay, Mark! Partying out in the back corner today as he runs the show behind the screens with the slides, script, video, and live stream, and herds feral cats when the need arises, which it often does.
Indeed.
He's always chasing after Laurel. Laurel is our feral cat. And we have amazing moderators that monitor the crowd to ensure there is no funny business. Thank you.
Okay. It is coming up to spooky time. It is that spooky time of the year as we prepare for Halloween. Have you been practicing getting your scare on? We're so ready. It has been an insanely busy week for the AltSpace VR community. You have no freaking idea as we prepared for scare and holiday season and the upgrade. You know, honestly, Karen, I thought February was like 2 minutes ago. What happened? Seriously, where did March go? I have no idea where April went. May I know was toast. I have no idea. It just like here we are. What the hell?
Went up in a cloud of smoke, Laurel.
Oh, virtual smoke and probably real smoke. Who knows? It's insanity. Anyway, well, you know, we have not gone anywhere. We are still here. I don't care if we're in COVID time. We're in whatever schedule you're in. We're still here. And honestly, why we're still here? This is the reasons defy imagination. So please, somebody give us a reason to live. No, give us a reason to keep doing this. So please let us know after the show. Why Why are we still doing this? Okay, we must be crazy. I think that's it. So we are here to bring you the news from around the Altspace VR community, the news you want and you need to know. We do not work for Altspace VR. Just letting you know. That's how crazy we are. We do this for free. We are volunteers that are very passionate about the Altspace VR community. We believe in the potential of this community. We believe in the potential of you in our community. So let's get this party started because we got some celebrating to do. We have so many fun things.
So guess what? We looked into our Altspace VR crystal ball many months ago, and we told you all that was likely to happen around these September dates for the upgrade for URP and the new render tools. We said it would likely be later. And indeed, our ability to predict the future is once again found in the evidence around us. Wednesday, Altspace VR transformed. Worlds were lost, kits emptied, but many beautiful worlds, so carefully curated and updated by their builders, were preserved and even better than before. The change is here. Are you liking it? Enjoying the new views and improved experiences?
Ooh, we're going to find out later. The update, honestly, did go without major hitches and hiccups. Gotta be really thrilled about that, except for some world builders, okay? Many world builders. But for those of us that are keeping track of the client versions, we're now up to 4.3.5, which feels like it's a little out of order, which includes the switch from Unity's built-in rendering engine to Unity's universal render pipeline, the ERP, as we love to call it, that includes switching from gamma color space to linear color space and some other cool features we'll talk about later. This update was a required update, and as of yesterday, all devices, including Mac, all devices must update to the new version or you can't get into Altspace.
The update also embraced Unity 2020.3.18, up from 3.9. All worlds developed with 2020.3.9 are compatible with the new version, but it is recommended that world builders update when they can, or if there are any performance, reliability, or compatibility issues. We're hoping that the updates will bring us steps closer to 2021. Altspace VR will likely always be a few steps behind the Unity updates to ensure adequate time for development and testing. But there are some very sweet new features and tools in this newer version of Unity.
And with the update, worlds and events not compatible with the new version will display a warning on the world or event thumbnail in your menu or on the website.
If you cannot enter a world you think is working and you are the owner or have access, go to the website and check the template and objects in the world. If you see a big red warning, either the object hasn't been updated, or if it's an Altspace VR kit item, they may have removed it. There will be notes to help you understand.
Some home spaces that were not compatible, I'd lost mine. They have been switched to Vista, and you can't enter. It might be they can't enter. If you go to the Altspace VR website and you go into more than worlds, then look for your home space, you can change it. Most of us are not fans of the Vista home space, so you may wish to create a world to change it or switch templates as soon as possible because that damn pigeon. Who knows about the pigeon that I'm talking about, that pigeon in the Vista world? How many of you, I shouldn't say this, want a shotgun? I love birds. I love birds to death, but I hate that pigeon.
Now,
I really hate that pigeon.
Laurel.
I know, I'm sorry.
That poor pigeon.
Oh God, it was like that world we used to have that had the ice cream truck sounds that played. Oh, Stevie, you know what I'm talking about. I still have nightmares about that sound. I hear that sound, I have PTSD from the hours spent sitting there moderating and hosting events in that house, the old party house, where you hear the ice cream truck song. So the pigeon ice cream truck, I'm thrilled they're going out of Altspace. Yeah, they need. Well, they're not. The pigeon's still here. That can die. The ice cream truck's gone. Okay, enough ranting.
Okay, a script was added to AltSpace VR events that removes main event settings if the world does not comply. Many events were surprised to find themselves taken off the main event list, and this is why. If yours is no longer on the main event list, check the world and ensure it is updated and has no errors reported in the source world and is using an updated template. Then resubmit your world for main event approval and it should go through. If not, please contact support at altvr.com/support.
Which brings us to another very important reminder that as much as I make a vetch here, complaining to the admin in the campfire and whining about things on the AltSpace VR Discord or even on social media, okay, come on, admit it. It feels good, but it does nothing. It does nothing except attract other bitchers and whiners. Okay, it's a reality. Please, if you want to make a change, if you want to help AltSpace improve, use the altvr.com support ticket system to ensure that there's a written report that goes through the right process and it's directed to someone who can do something about it. The rest of us go, oh, that's so terrible. That's so sad. They can't fix it. So we heard from staff that they asked us this week to make sure that you all knew you need to report everything and you need to add details. Make sure you include your logs. It's pictures, whatever it takes. It is so critical to help the dev team understand not only what went wrong, but have the information fixed. We work as a team here in this community to help improvement, and you are part of that process.
While fairly smooth for most, the upgrade wasn't without a few missteps and creepy crawlers disrupting our experience. But for the most part, it was fairly seamless. The promise of shadows experienced through all of the early release previews were turned off with the launch, as the team is still trying to figure out what bug creeped in for some of the different headsets. We will have more news in our world building section of the show with highlights of the upgrade.
Now, let's put that aside for now. We're going to come back to it. In funner news, we have two exciting bits of VR hardware news. We know that there's some hardware nuts out there. First, the Viajo Aereo is out. It is so expensive, but it is so cool. It is a PC VR device, not a standalone device, and it is getting a ton of news and reviews. The Aereo is close to $2,000 US, but it is a pared down version from their much more expensive high-end enterprise headsets. So this is a sign that the developers are actually coming down. They're saying, okay, we can build these things for $10,000, but you know what? 3 people buy them. You want to make more money, you got to take that technology and scale it down so it can get to the consumers. This is on its way to us. So it is a portent of things to come at the cheaper consumer level. It has 35 ppd, and that means 35 pixels per degree. We're not going to go into the technical stuff of it. Just realize that means it is awesome and it has amazing clarity. It has retina resolution at the center of the field of view, and it's at 90 hertz refresh rate.
The company specializes in what is their bionic display system, which uses 2 displays per eye for a larger display area over a wider field of view, combined with a smaller inset display with high pixel density to give a genuine retina resolution with 60 ppd in the center. It offers a 134-degree diagonal and 115-degree horizontal field of view, which is also really sweet. It has Steam VR tracking with 2 times eye tracking cameras. What's interesting is that there is no microphone, but it will accept one through an external microphone on the auxiliary port. We'll be keeping an eye out on this honey of a device and the ones to follow. If your company has purchased one, we would love to hear about your experiences. Please let us know on our News and Updates Discord and after the show.
Now, this is something that is near and dear to my heart. I've been spending 3 years for this moment. This is serious hardware joy. It's the announcement that Educators in VR's newest team project is the long-awaited virtual hardware team. They are going to be meeting on Thursday, October 28th, with a social and an open discussion on VR hardware, software attached to the hardware, not just not apps. We're going to, there'll be some app talk, but it's about the hardware, VR labs, and everything you love about devices in VR. This is trust us, this is a chance for some serious VR hardware porn discussions. You know you love it. You know you want to talk about your device. We want to talk about what's coming, what's not coming, how to use it, how to buy bunches of them, how to handle privacy issues with the device. All of that stuff is going to be coming through, and I'm just so thrilled. We got 3 great team leaders on it, and I'm so happy. Okay.
Congratulations on that, Laurel. That's a
Thank you.
wonderful milestone reached.
It is. It is.
So Microsoft Ignite is November 2nd through the 4th, and will be in AltSpace VR. It is free to attend and will be featuring some amazing presentations by the Microsoft teams and the business enterprise departments of Microsoft. We were blown away during the last events with the work being done on Microsoft Mesh and the Azure Anchor Points, and we're super excited to see where they are with all this now. While there'll be great events throughout the 3-day conference, the keynotes on the first day, November 2nd, are the place to be for announcements on what's new and exciting. You do not want to miss this. If you come into AltSpace and you miss this event, you're going to hear everybody talking about it, and you're going to be sad, because even though you could see it on YouTube, probably it's going to be in 2D, not in an immersive 3D setting. So be sure and come at least for the keynotes.
You have to have a Microsoft account to get in, but this one is really focused on Teams and enterprise and things like that. Next spring so I don't know how much they're going to talk about Microsoft Mesh and stuff. They may surprise us in the keynote on the first day, but next, I think it's February or March, when they have their next one, that's usually the big announcement one. But I don't care. Ignite is awesome no matter what it is. All right, now do not forget, October is Educators in VR 3rd annual Cyberbullying Month. And next week is the last week of the special events and powerful discussions we've had on this very, very serious subject. And this week we have some great guest speakers and experts that are covering fabulous topics, including one that could be coming to a social VR platform near you. We'll be discussing what are called reconciliation funnels with Ruth Dias. She is an amazing expert and specialist in these. And when someone is kicked from an event or a platform, they often don't know what they did wrong. Okay, most of the time I think they do, but sometimes they don't. And they don't have any way to make amends or to, modify their behavior other than waiting out the temporary ban. They don't have many choices. Supposing that people move from an event, they land in this funnel, the reconciliation world. It's a world set up to help with people or information that helps them understand the consequences of their actions and offers them a chance to talk it through and rehabilitate and make amends. And once again, be included in the community. I think that's a genius idea. It is kinder and more positive way to deal with problem users, and it makes the metaverse much more inclusive. Okay, we're not talking about the real troublemakers. You know who I mean. The ones that have no chance, they're on their own. But the people who want to participate, they just don't understand how, or they just need to kind of understand how this all works. Those are the people that we want to reach. And I think this is a great idea. And hopefully social VR platforms will integrate this into everything they do.
There's also a great event with Sonia Haskins of VR Community Builders, a top esports expert and author, and our very own Laurel, who will be presenting an event on Friday this week about knowing your rights when it comes to cyberbullying. Who do you report to and how? What are the laws and rights that protect you and others from cyberbullying? It will be a lively discussion, and we would love to have you join us.
Okay, I hate the new tools. I hate the new 2D. I'm sorry. I'm like spinning around, right-clicking myself into a stupor trying to get access here. It's insanity. Okay, kvetching. Right. Halloween. We're on Halloween, aren't we?
Yes.
I'm sorry. You have no idea how this is. Doing this show is more complicated than you can imagine. We've done some behind the scenes shows that take you kind of behind and show you just like, you have no idea. And I hate it when people say you have no idea. Trust me. And this right, Karen? No
Yep.
idea how
Yep.
complicated this is. And the new 2D controls have just added like 1,000% complication to everything. Okay. We're talking about Halloween. Halloween is one of the favorite end of that. No, that bitch will be that complaint will be back. Trust me. Halloween is one of our favorite holidays here in Altspace VR. And this year, trust me, I've seen the worlds. It's going to be amazing. And the volunteers, we just did a volunteer training session today. We have 2 more this week. Anyway, the volunteers, I have them all give their scary laughter. Oh my God, it was beautiful. It was a work of art. So get ready for some great cackles and scares and things like that. And there is still room. If you are a volunteer, we'd love to have you join us. So check out those events. And as a reminder, this event is brought to you by Educators in VR, news and updates where you are right now, and the World Tours team, as well as other community events and community members. And so check that out. The deadline for submission of worlds has also been extended. So if you have a scary world, please bring it to us by Wednesday. We'll probably talk about this again later in the show. I just love it. I'm ready for Halloween. You ready for Halloween,
Me
Karen?
too. Me too. I wish it could be today instead of the 31st. Well, it is
I'm
today.
not ready.
We got our first event today.
Not ready. Yes, our first event is today. And right, Lance? Not ready. No, we're going to be ready. It's going to totally rock.
It will definitely rock. With you and Lance behind it, it will rock for sure.
Oh, and all the rest of our team. You have no idea. It takes, I mean, again, I keep saying that. I'm sorry. The first year we did this, we did it with 4 people. And we had 6 worlds.
Wow.
And one year we had 75 volunteers. That was awesome. We had that the first year we had 75 people were totally involved, but there were only 4 world builders. And then it's increased and decreased over the years. But it really takes about managing 50 to 60 people to make this event happen. You want to be a part of the party? Come join us. And please, everyone, check out. I just want to highlight where did our phantom harpsichord go? She was just there. She is. She's over in the corner in the orange. Steph, shoot up some hearts. So Steph has got her harpsichord going, and after the show, I don't know if it's still attached. Okay, I want to just tell this really quick. So I'm sorry, Karen, and I'm sorry, Mark, we're taking it off rails.
Okay. No worries.
Our phantom, she misspelled phantom. I love it. Fandom, whatever. Harpsichordist, Steph. She has managed to either tape or Velcro or stick on her, I don't know what. She shoved her controllers for her headset onto her arms. I think now you're in 2D, but anyway, up her arms so that her hands are free so she can play the harpsichord. And then somehow she has to reach over with one hand and so she can control her navigation. And then she's playing with that. And it is a haunting harpsichord of your nightmares. It is absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping that after the show, or maybe during a discussion, I don't know, if you have it near you, let me know, send us a message, and I would absolutely love to have you, give us a little treat maybe to put on the show, or we'll save it for next week. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that's the length. That is, people are putting in voice mods. They're downloading apps on their phones and that do funky sounds and laughter and stuff. And they're holding it up to their headset microphones and they're playing it through. They're practicing on teleporting in different ways and jumping and jump frighting people. The volunteers that are putting this together are going way above the Call of Duty, and it's just beautiful, the creativity and the worlds that are being built. Absolutely amazing. So please don't show up for the events, but seriously consider volunteering. It's way too much fun.
Yeah, and if you're new to Altspace, if you're brand new here and you don't know anybody, that's just such a fantastic way to get involved in the community and make friends here. So hopefully we'll see you at some of these events.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
as usual, we bring you the news from around the Altspace VR community every week and in between, the news you need to know to enjoy this beautiful metaverse that already exists. Join us on our News and Updates Discord for updates and related news you can use to ensure you keep updated on what's going on within our very own Altspace VR meta galaxy within the larger and ever-growing metaverse.
All right, now on to the world building. Okay, October 20th. This is a day in alt space VR history. We survived and embraced the change. Yeah. Seriously, the switch to Unity's ERP came with some really awesome goodies. And while shadows are currently disabled, we're anticipating that they will be turned on soon. And once the bugs are figured out. But let's look again at some of the great new features that we have.
First, we have shader graphic support that is much improved and really state of the art in social VR. If you haven't updated your shaders, make sure you do so, as it is amazing.
And I just hit a button by accident with this thing, and I've lost alt space, and I just suddenly got a view of my desktop. Oh, I am honestly. I don't know how anybody.
We do have meditation classes in alt space.
Oh God! I don't have to talk to Jeremy Nichols and get a personal one, a private one. Oh my gosh! Seriously, I know who came up with this user interface for 2D. Right now, not happy with him. Anyway, okay. All right. So, the best part. Where are you? I'm trying to open Windows like a crazy person.
We're on D. We're going from gamma color to linear color.
Okay. D. Oh my God. I hope you all love us because this is insanity. I'm sorry. All right, we've moved from gamma color to linear color space. And honestly, okay, deep breath. Have you seen the difference? Holy smackaroos. It is amazing to see that difference. I'm eager for the shadows, but boy, things are like jumping out at you. The clarity is amazing. There's more, everything looks more real, and the realistic lighting effects and the colors are just brighter and better. Oh, it's kind of drug-inducing, weird kind of feeling compared to what we've had before.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And the best part of this is it switches AltSpace VR to single pass instancing, SPI, that offers faster frame rates combined with lower CPU usage. This means longer lasting batteries, and you cannot put away, or you can put away, the bag of frozen peas you have rubber banded to your headset to keep it cool. Love that. Love that so much. I used those peas myself back when I had an Oculus Go.
Mm-hmm. I used it through several devices. Honestly, I'd take off my headset, my lap would be wet, and it'd be like, what happened? Okay. Yeah, the frozen peas was actually brilliant. We came up with that. We went through a lot of peas. Okay, that's just something you shouldn't say in public. All right. Now I'm sorry, I'm so tired. We will be discussing changes and your thoughts if we survive in our discussion in just a little bit. So start thinking about what you like or maybe you don't like, and let's talk about it with the world building. And I can say my first complaint is the 2D controller. We know that it was rough for some, and some are still angry because change is hard, folks. I'm having a hell of a time right now. Change is hard. Except for the 2D controls, this has changed for good. We've been waiting for this since June, and now here it is. See, you're not moving. That's the cool part. I need to stop
there we
moving.
Go.
That's
now
it.
I
There.
can move.
Yeah, he's gonna move. So weird. Okay.
Gabrielle, you're funny when you're tired. I love this.
Oh dear. Don't ask for that too often. Okay.
Okay. Onward, upward, and onward. A
really?
Edition. Well, we could go downward and backward.
Downward. That's what we're doing here, folks.
A fun addition to the altspacevr.com website is found in individual worlds that you have admin rights in. If the universe is private, there is now a note under the privacy settings that states that the world is private and unlisted because it's in a private universe. It then offers a link to jump to the universe. What a wonderful and thoughtful addition. Thank you, AltSpace VR devs. Oh, I forgot. Okay, sorry about that. I skipped right over that, Laurel, which reminds us that it is once again time for a quick story on how universes and worlds work. A system developed by our very own Laurel and Jimmy of AltSpace VR. I didn't know that, Laurel. That's awesome. Kudos for you.
I didn't know
Well,
that
wait
either.
until. Oh, did everybody
Oh.
lose? Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, is that Jimmy? Did Jimmy just jump in?
I didn't know it was developed by Laurel.
Oh yeah, that was Jimmy.
No, I
yeah.
didn't say by Laurel. You and I worked out the theory years ago. Jimmy, you scared the hell out of me. It's like a voice out of hell here. Just
Selling your royalty check or sending your royalty.
please do. I live for that moment. Thank you. So to bring back memory from ages ago, we came up with this concept here that a universe holds many worlds, and in addition to having many worlds, you may have many universes with many worlds in each. They may be related worlds, all with a theme, or all your worlds. You can use a categorization process that works for you, but many of us like keeping our spooky Halloween worlds in one universe and our bright, sunshine-filled, happy worlds in another universe. Like a child, a world inherits from their parent universe the privacy settings. So if a universe is private, all worlds within the universe will be private, whether or not they are public. If the universe is public, maybe even listed, only the worlds that are public and or listed will be visible to the AltSpace VR community and accessible. If it is private, it stays hidden, where only a select few with permission may access it. Does that sound about right, Jimmy?
The moral of this story is that if you want people in your world, make sure it's public and that the universe is public, and the world will be a happier place. The end. Thank you. No, not really. This is here's a known bug.
Well, what was, there was a great, Jimmy and I talked about this, I mean, he's got 800,000 things in his head, but this is like my one little claim to fame is like, how do the universes work and what do we make public, that whole concept of the world and the universe. And they were actually called something else. They were like worlds and spaces. We came up with universe and worlds, and that stuck. That's lovely. Finally got to name something decently. And then the concept of the privacy parts was really important. But it always takes a whole team. And I was talking to people about what do you want to call these, and universes and worlds is kind of what stuck. So thank you for letting me be a little part of that history.
Now, there's a known bug with world building that was in place for a while before the upgrade, and it's still persisting. It's been reported, but please continue to submit your reports as you might have the key to resolving this issue. When you delete objects from the world, you re-enter and they are back. It's like a ghost from the past that won't let us go. However, we have a solution.
Thank the heavens for whoever managed to figure out this complexity. Reset the space. If the item is locked, lock it. Isn't, lock, wait. About a minute or so. Then unlock it. Oops, no, wait a minute. No, don't wait for the minute. The minute comes later. So if it isn't, lock, wait, then unlock it. Seriously, this is like a secret code sometimes. I swear, in world building, we got all these little tricks that we have to do. Then wait about a minute as the database updates, and then delete the object, and the object should stay gone. Be away with you. Away, away, be gone.
You would find a way to integrate that bug into Halloween, wouldn't you, Laurel?
It's got to be Halloween. Well, we spent. I don't even know. We had a team went through Halloween worlds and tried to fix them. We'll talk about that in a minute. Less than a minute. And we encountered that bug every time we turned around. It was so frustrating. So we did a lot of resetting and fiddling. So that's what it works. All right. Now the Halloween kit, as we mentioned before, is back out this year. However, it isn't back, and that's a huge disappointment. It seems that the original 2018 kit that was updated over the past years is now kind of gone. It's disappeared into the great Netherlands. and the Ether. And the team has replaced it with a new one. So the worlds that are built entirely on the old Halloween kit are now gone. This was completely unexpected. Now look at this beautiful cemetery world. This is just so heartbreaking. It's completely gone. And so many of us are really, 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 really sad. But some worlds can be replaced. But like this famous Halloween cemetery world that since 2018 has served us well through all the years of the Halloween tours and everything, it is now gone. The team may try to revive it for next year, but this is the fate of many worlds, and we share your heavy hearts over this.
However, there's always a however. The new kit is out, and hopefully they will keep it active, and it has similar items in it: the fences, candles, tombstones, and jack-o'-lanterns. Those of us using Mr. Prime's spooky kits from the past 2 years, he's updated them as well. So get over any heartbreaks and scare up some great scary worlds for us, and make sure you submit them to the Educators in VR Halloween Fright Night event through their website at educatorsinvr.com. Remember, the deadline has been extended to this Wednesday.
Now, also remember there are video and tutorials available, many by Jimmy, in the world building channels pinned to the top of the AltSpace VR Discord, taking you step by step through the process of switching to the newest version of Unity. And so it was 2020.3.9. Now it's 2020.3.18. No, yes, it's not 18. And the new render tools. Now, if you're new to world building or a longtime builder, check them out, and check out the world building channels on the AltSpace VR official Discord. Search first. It's the best approach when looking for an answer, seriously, to your question, as likely you are not the first one to come up with it. Check the pinned messages for the different channels, as they have the good stuff in there, and that will help you on your way.
Also, don't forget to check out the weekly SDK meetups and Jimmy's Building the Metaverse events, along with the World Tours by Daisy Shaw and the World Tours team.
Now, the World Tour team, World Tour team, I suddenly can't talk. They meet on Wednesdays, and they continue this week with even more scary worlds to explore. And next week, after we get done with all the Halloween, the week after, they're going to start with the holiday. Oh, now I'm totally losing my words. Holiday season for world building, and tour some wonderful, wonderful holiday and winter worlds to inspire you to create your own. We've got great holiday events coming up, so you want to be a part of that.
We appreciate that you appreciate the Discord tip section. And here we are again for another Discord tip this week.
Now, last week we covered the new Discord feature called Scheduled Events. It is out live, and it's available for everybody, I think, now, and you can use it to notify your community of upcoming events. Now, we experimented with it this week, and it was wonderful.
To use the new feature, if it's available on your server, choose the type of event you wish to have. It could be a voice chat, stage channel event, or event outside of the Discord server. We're going to share with you how to start a voice and somewhere else event. We used it to promote AltSpace VR events as somewhere else, and it alerted people on the Discord server before the event and included a link to take them to the event information. So far, people love it.
It was wonderful. We've posted the information in our news you can use channel, in our news and updates Discord, to help you understand that and all the different ways of doing the different events with the Discord. I just loved it. We bring you these Discord tips every week. If you have any Discord expertise you would like to share, please let us know in our news and updates Discord, and please take time to share your events, your worlds, and your news with us there as well. We stream out to Twitch and YouTube weekly, and we love sharing your AltSpace VR news.
We've had a very busy week this week in AltSpace VR. This is where you will want to be because the action is here, especially as we enjoy all these awesome upcoming Halloween events.
And we've already talked about it plenty, but if you are interested, for those that came in late, Educators in VR is still looking for volunteers to help scare this week for the Halloween Fright Night events. We have 2 more training sessions on Tuesday and Wednesday this week, and then Thursday begins the rest of the week's haunting events. Tonight's the first one. Get ready.
The Creative Writing Meetup has teamed up with Educators in VR for a Halloween Fright Night original storytelling event on Saturday. If you are a writer or poet and have some haunting material, please bring it to share with us. Please keep it to under 4 minutes to read it out loud and make sure that it is family friendly.
Yeah, gore has its place, but let's not. I have enough trouble dealing with a little bit of the sick from the new controls. Okay, get ready. As many of the events associated with Halloween and these holidays are appearing on the schedule, especially after Halloween is over. We're going to have all kinds of Halloween events this week, but coming up, heading towards Thanksgiving and for America and whatnot, but going into December, we're going to have a ton of events. And you're going to see Halloween events happening this week on, who knows, improv night, open mic, center stage. They usually bring in some great holiday stuff. So get ready for it and be ready to share those scary jokes and the songs when appropriate. Anybody do the Monster Mash? We need the Monster Mash. It's
tomorrow.
Graveyard Crush. I'm sorry.
Would you like to sing, Laurel? We could all be entertained by that. I would love it.
Nope, I'm good.
Who wants to hear Laurel sing?
No, not now.
Okay, so tomorrow, Sunday, come explore all your life
Monster
questions
Mash.
related to science, answered by our very own AltSpace VR scientist, Matt the Scientist. We often want to put mad in front of his title, but we know it will be a fun time along with a little madness.
All of you that are standing in the hallway, there's plenty of seats. Come on in. Come on and
Don't
join
be
us.
shy.
Yay. So on Sunday, VR's Got Talent starts its 3rd season. Come and show off your talent during their audition, so to maybe even win and gain the title of VR's Best Talent.
Educators in VR is offering their training programs for the AltSpace VR community and community helpers on Tuesdays. If you have not yet volunteered for anything in AltSpace, come and learn how to moderate events this Tuesday. Educators in VR will offer this opportunity to learn everything and more that you need to know to help moderate events here in AltSpace VR.
Also on Tuesday, Educators in VR is hosting an event to introduce you to its organization. So if you're a parent, an educator, or someone who wants to know more about how VR is changing the face of education, as well as immersive technology, please don't miss this event. Educators in VR's Cyberbullying Month we've been talking about has so many events that are going. So this Wednesday is a special event called How to Be a Powerful VR Player, and it features a professional VR esports expert along with Gabriella, who's with the Educators in VR team. She heads up and monitors our 20 special interest groups teams with Educators in VR. And they will lead a discussion on how to be a powerful and empowered player to help change the toxic environment that is often associated with esports and multiplayer games. You want to be there. It also has Ruth Diaz's special event on the reconciliation funnel that I mentioned. And don't forget the great Know Your Rights event to help you know how the law has to cover when it comes to cyberbullying.
The Creative Writing Meetup by our very own Laurel is hosting a series of NaNoWriMo events, the National Novel Writing Month that happens in November. October is prep month, and the creative writing team is here to help. If you've ever thought about writing your story or a story and sharing your passion through words, this is the time. NaNoWriMo is a self-discipline challenge. Commit to write 50,000 words in 30 days. It puts writing first in your life. Join them for these great prep events to also learn how to improve your writing skills. Then join them every day in November as they write to prompts and support each other through the NaNoWriMo challenge.
I can't believe November's. See, I missed March, April, and May. Now it's October, and I'm not ready for November. Okay.
No, and these 3 months are going to go by super fast.
Yes, they are. The AltSpace VR community meetup is on Wednesday. Honestly, if you haven't gone, go. It's a great opportunity to meet others in the AltSpace VR community and to really just find out what's going on here. They're great events. Go check them out on Wednesday.
And on Thursday, Educators in VR brings us yet another event, STEM Learning with Memory Palaces in VR. This is presented by the Educators in VR research team and is a fascinating topic involving what are called memory palaces. Memory palaces are safe spaces in our mind to store mnemonic images. The research team is bringing in an expert to discuss the use of these memory palaces recreated in virtual reality to enhance the STEM learning process in the classroom.
It's going to be, I'm so excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. On Thursday, we're bringing that amazing virtual hardware team. Social is coming up with Educators in VR. If you're passionate about VR hardware, headsets, haptic controllers, the wide diversity of the immersive tech, and all that hardware, don't forget Thursday, join them.
Also on Thursday, Thursday is just chock full of wonderful events. Also is the Silverdale Rotary Club in Washington State, who is sponsoring the Rotary VR Universe. What's your story? Rotary Universe is a place to share ideas about the future of volunteerism and service above self. Rotary International was here in AltSpace VR throughout the pandemic and continues to have powerful presentations and discussions as well. If you're a business leader or you want to be one, or of a kind heart that just wants to help make the world a better place, get involved with Rotary.
The Spanish-speaking version of AltSpace VR 101 with Gabriela and our own wonderful Karen is rocking it. Honestly, it is so much fun. If you haven't been to that, just go just for the fun. Who cares if you speak Spanish or not? They created a Spanish-speaking Discord also called Netizens Hispano Parlantes. Oh my gosh, I almost had it. I know it.
Now that's good, Laurel. That's good.
I know. To build a community of Spanish speakers here in AltSpace VR and beyond. If you speak Spanish, consider volunteering to support the AltSpace VR 101 events and talk to Karen after the show to learn more.
As we plow through the highlights of events on Thursday, don't miss Simulation Nation, which this week will be with mind-blowing worlds in AltSpace. We love our world builders, don't we?
Now, let's move on to Friday. That's a lot of events for Thursday.
That is a lot of events on Thursday.
All right. So, Friday, we have another Educators in VR event with the ABA therapy in virtual reality. This is part of the VR Educators in VR XR medical and healthcare team. The event features Dr. Josh Levine, who's a board-certified and licensed behavior analyst who's been working with families and children affected by autism since 1999. And he's going to be talking about how they're using VR with autistic people. I think that's wonderful.
That's awesome. On Friday, Harlem Filmhouse Metaverse is hosting a throwback Halloween horror night spanning the metaverse. It opens with hip-hop karaoke in AltSpace, followed by a trip to VR chat to play Among Us and Murder 4, and those are awesome over there. They're so much fun. Then back to AltSpace for Horror Flicks by the Fire. Come join them for some metaverse hopping and loads of fun.
Love that. Next Saturday, check out the Theory of Everything. Okay, that didn't need to have a scary voice, but I can't resist. With Ozzy and Mendez as they explore literally everything. I need sleep. The next topic. The next topic.
Oh, the next topic is perfect for you, Laurel.
will be Sleep, dreaming, and lucid dreaming, and anything else that arises in the process of closing your eyes and not doing anything. That's in the script. I swear to God. Oh, the timing of that is hysterical. Okay. Do
Oh,
check
that was
out
great.
the
That
theory,
was awesome.
of everything with Aziza Mendez. It's a great event.
You'll find Laurel there just dozing away, right, Laurel?
Sleeping.
So a new channel's opened in the official AltSpace VR Discord to discuss game shows. We love games and game shows here in AltSpace VR. The more the merrier. Please remember to make sure that your event stays within the bounds of copyright, trademark, and the AltSpace VR terms of service by not using the name AltSpace VR in the event title without permission of AltSpace, or using the name of any existing past or present TV show or movie. And please don't risk your account by streaming copyrighted content such as movies and sports events into AltSpace VR without the direct permission from the producers and creators and the distributors like the television and movie channels. In other words, you cannot stream Netflix or YouTube movies or sports games into AltSpace VR in a public event.
Now, that is a great list of the highlights here in AltSpace VR. Honestly, little tiny tip of the iceberg. There's so much going on. There are dances and nightclubs and classes and workshops of every kind, open mics, talent nights, meditation, which I need right now, thought-provoking discussions on sleep, which I need right now, and so much more going on. It is so hard to choose, and it is all right here in AltSpace.
Also, check out the channels to find the events to tickle your fancy and amuse your spirit. And if you don't see something that interests you, start your own event and let us know about it by posting it on the News and Updates Discord. We love sharing your events here. We do our best to bring you the highlights from this ever-growing community, and we are so glad you are here to share it with us.
All right. Yay!
Yay!
We got our drum roll. I love it.
I
So as
do
mentioned,
too.
we're
That's
gonna-
so awesome.
Oh, it's wonderful. And now managing the Q&A in 2D is painful, but we're going to make this happen. As we mentioned, we are going to run just a little bit over, just letting you know. We're going to be talking about this week today about all the changes in the upgrades with world building.
We know that this has been stressful, but also exciting. This is your opportunity to let us know how it went for you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Remember, this is an open discussion, not necessarily a problem-solving discussion. If you're having a problem with your world in the upgrade, we can talk to you about it after the show. But let's talk now about how you feel about the changes. What are your experiences, and how has this impacted you? Are you ready?
All right, hit that raise hand button. As you can tell, I am struggling with the 2D version. It is really painful. So that was completely unexpected, very unexpected, and so that's part. So I haven't had any learning curve adaptation. But what about the rest of you? Adaptation. What about the rest of you? Hit that raise hand button, and let's see what you think about all of this and what's been happening here. Okay, I can do this. Lance, you're up.
Always, I raised my hand on the first one. Come on.
Got it. I
Someone
know.
else would have been the first one. Okay, so how the upgrade went for me, I would say it was a little bit of a mix of good and bad. Obviously, I know for you, it went horrible, losing 6 worlds. I would have went crazy. I was worried
More
about
than that,
losing
yeah.
a world, but I kept it.
Mhm.
Woo. But when it came to updating my worlds, it did, the new lighting in some of my worlds, it looks great, but it did mess up a few of my worlds. And my side of making sure everything is perfect when I firstly make it, I've only updated 4 of my worlds, so they took longer than I was thinking it was going to take. And I forget what that's called. Perfectionist. There we go. My perfectionist side got the best of me, wanting it to look perfect. So it was a little bit of mix of
And-
both. So
Yeah, how many of you felt the perfection bug hitting you a little too hard? You wanted it to be perfect right out of the gate and kind of get frustrated with that? because there's a lot of new buttons and a lot of new bits and pieces and stuff. So, Lance, you
Trust me,
feeling
it
better
looks
about
good
it?
though. So what?
Yeah, you feeling better about it now?
I do feel better about it now. I know how to fix the rest of the worlds if they don't need shadows when the shadows start to come and stuff. Because some of my worlds that I build is more of a indoors kind of thing, and they don't really
Mhm.
need shadow. So and that part right there is a tad bit tricky. Still working on that, but I know more than I did a couple of days ago. So
That's an understatement. Beautiful. Yeah, we love the shadows, but you're right. In an indoor world, the shadows are complicated. So understanding how all those different pieces work and how all the shaders and everything else go. There's some serious complications in there, and it's all learning new stuff, new buttons,
Yeah.
new switches.
but it's fun to
Yeah.
learn new things. Just don't get
Yes, it
frustrated, old
is.
girl.
Yes, most of the time I would agree 100% with you. In this case, all right, beautiful. Okay, thank you, Lance. Ian, you're up. Hey, my friend.
Okay,
Ian.
hi guys.
Hi,
I
sweetie.
made about 20 words so far. The recent update, I only lost 5 of them, including the apartment in the city hub ward, which I'll have to redo again. So, yeah, it wasn't a big loss, but it was kind of a knockout for me because it also took out some of my objects from my home world as well. So
Yeah. Did your home world survive?
Some of the objects did, but the big storybook I had that was recently up there erased. There was a monkey on the store that I had, and that erased as well.
Oh, darn
That's
it.
too bad.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to bring those back. And that's the point, is that many of these things are replaceable, but some of them aren't. If you don't have the skills and technology to know how to replace it, that's hard. But Unity, I think Unity is still doing free workshops and free classes and stuff, and they have tons of video and tons of information. And I know people that really are not technically inclined that have figured out how to build. So they're making it easier and easier all the time. So there is hope in that. So sorry about that, Ian. Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So hang in there, my friend. Hang in there. Yeah. Okay. Stands with trees. Thoughts?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to say that after the update, I walked into my home space and I'm like, been robbed.
Oh.
And yeah,
That's kind of what it feels like. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it was only because some of the items I have in my home space for kit that I used, I updated it, but I didn't switch them before the update. So it was just a matter of switching them to the new objects, and everything's good. So, and the rest of my updates went pretty smoothly. So I would have to say that I was one of the lucky ones and didn't have too many problems.
Excellent. Excellent. Did you find your teepees?
yeah, that's they've been found and they have now been replaced.
Okay. he popped into one of the events that we work on together, and he said, or no, it was on Discord, and he said, "What's stolen my teepees?" They're gone. My teepees are gone. It's like, I don't know whether to say TMI or I'm sorry. That's awesome. I'm glad they've been recovered. That is beautiful. I love that. Thank you, Matthew. That's wonderful. Oh, you got to have some fun with this, seriously, because some of it just, it's the only way you survive. Or should I say,
I didn't realize that having so much trouble figuring out how to arrange things in 3D would put me just in the right space so that I didn't run into a lot of these problems that everybody else had who came before me. I actually walked into my space, the first one I'd ever built, and found the things that I thought I couldn't put in before there. So I found things were there that hadn't been there before. So it was the exact opposite of losing one's teepees.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was well delivered. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. You know, it's always a discovery process to know. I mean, losing the Halloween kit was, you know, we were so sure that that was going to persist because it'd been there. I mean, it was updated just last year for us, and it was like, well, of course they're going to do it, and we didn't realize there'd be a shift in there at all. And that was a kick in the gut. Without, I think being robbed is a great thing. When I landed in the cemetery and saw that picture, it was like, oh my God, all these years. And my home space that was 2017, end of 2017 or first part of 2018, somewhere around, I don't remember some in there, is this, I've had the same home space since then. And sucks, but you know, I don't get it. I bypass it when I come in because it was so filled with stuff. So I haven't seen it actually in a while. It's a little trick to bypass it. You get in faster if you skip your home space. Karen, how was it for you?
Well, you know, I don't have a whole lot of worlds, and the world that I wanted to salvage, the play world, the fence, it has nothing to do with ERP, but the fence was messed up. I think because it had a lot of parent-child relationships in it. So when I upgraded it to 2020.3.9, it got messed up, and then I got discouraged and left that alone and updated some other worlds that didn't have much in them. I did lose one world, which was a project I made with Nicholas when we were taking his class, and that's because it had the Mandalorian template in it, which is a tilt brush world that's got a whole bunch of custom shaders on it. And the tilt brush doesn't really work anymore in AltSpace unless you know a lot about shaders and you go in and you can modify those shaders. But I knew that was coming, so I'll just replace the template on that one. But other than that, you know, I think, you know, I mean, I didn't have tons of worlds like a lot of these people, so I wasn't as much affected. But I think, you know, we're over the hump now. We're over the worst of it. And people that were having problems or still are having problems will continue to, you know, get those smoothed out. And then 2-3 months from now, this will just be a blip in the history of AltSpace.
A blip?
Did I put you to
chose
sleep,
the word?
Laurel?
No. Did you choose? I was contemplating the word blip. Is that an appropriate word?
A blip, like a little bump along the way or something?
No blip. It feels like it's a little more of a hump than a blimp. But you know, we're gonna still get over it.
Right now it's a hump. 2 or 3 months from now it'll be a blip. And a year from now,
tiny blip. Okay.
It'll be buried in the history of AltSpace.
Yes. Yes. And the good is so going to outweigh the bad. And that's the part. We're so looking forward to the new features, the new capabilities, and all the things that are happening with that. So hang in there, folks. This is beautiful. We're going to survive this. And you know, that's the thing that AltSpace does better than anything else is we do it together. And
yes,
I love that part. That's magic. All right. That is all for this week's news and updates. Please, if you need to, you can head right out to Improv Night and everything else that's going on right now. Sorry, we're a little over. Thank you for joining us every week and for celebrating the 3rd anniversary with us. We're heading into our 4th year of news and updates.
We do this
for free. I told you we're crazy. We are not AltSpace VR employees. Why? Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help our community keep up with everything going on here in this community we call AltSpace VR.
And when news you need to know happens, we share it in our news and updates Discord, so you get the news through the clutter of information. Please tell a friend and share it in our Discord and YouTube channels so others can keep up with news in and around AltSpace. Thank you for being here.
No, keep going.
Okay.
I'm tired of talking about the 2D controls, but I'm having a hell of a time
Oh,
here.
You need to go to the new PC controls.
I
like
am
Lance
in it.
convinced me to do a long
No,
time
I
ago.
am in it,
Oh,
and I hate it.
well, at least you
because
won't
the
teleport
2D ones are broken.
anymore. Oh.
That's the problem. I can't teleport anymore because I can't remember the bloody letter. All right. Anyway,
It's F, and I'm going to tell you the rest of it.
yeah, we know. Yeah, I know that word. Okay. Anyway, we have a new mnemonic for it.
There you go.
So where am I at? When the news you need to know happens, we shared on our news and updates Discord, so you get the news through all the clutter of Laurel's brain. Please tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channel so that others can keep up with the news around here. I'm just gonna crawl in a corner right here and just disappear. I think that's gonna be just smart. It's just
no,
take
you're
us
hilarious, Laurel. You're so funny. You're a
Just
comedian.
Bye.
Yeah. You missed your calling, Laurel. You should have been a comedian. You're a comedian and don't know it.
In VR, you have to be a comedian to survive. Okay, so take us out.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here every week to share the latest updates from around the AltSpace VR community. We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, or Mark does, and you can catch up with past episodes and more about AltSpace VR, events, projects, news, and community activities. This is a labor of love, and we love our volunteer team members who help us gather the news as reporters, moderators, and help us put this show together every week.
If you want to go insane, please join us and we'll have a good old time. We are looking for people to help me survive this, and Karen and Mark. So we need moderators and filmers and reporters and a whole bunch of other stuff. So please jump on board the insanity train. We'd love to have you join us.
Thank you to all our news and updates volunteers and moderators who help make this event such a success. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So with these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world. And thank you for bearing with us for over an hour.